welcome back to my channel and welcome back for another reading vlog. Today we are going to start Priory of the Orange Tree. This vlog ends when I finish this book, so it could be in a couple days, it could be in a week, who knows. This book is chunky, so we might be here for a while. I want to take you through my annotations, my tabbing, maybe some book journaling, and just have a cozy reading vlog. It is January 1st. Happy New Year to all of you. May we complete all of our bookish goals. This one being my top priority. So I'm knocking it out of the way today, starting it. Thoughts with this is that if you look at the text and the margins, like how much margin space that is, this wouldn't really be that long of a book if it was edited smaller. The text is big, margins are huge, a lot of spacing, so kind of makes me a little less intimidated. Okay, we have finally made it to the 100-page mark. So far, what's happened is Tanae is from the east. She's walking and she sees some guy in the sea and she's like, the heck? So she sees he needs help. She goes and helps him and realizes that he's from their enemy territory. So she finds someone that she trusts to hide him with until she can figure out what to do with him, because it is her choosing day where they get to see if she is picked as a dragon rider or a scholar, kind of like in Fourth Wing. That's pretty cool. And then we go back to the other side, which is the west, and we see what's going on with the court politics with the Queen Savon, which apparently needs to be wed and make an heir, as do all royals, but assassins are coming for her. While all of this is going on, there's talk about some wyverns that are starting to occur more, and some ominous comments about something's going to be awakened. So we get a little glimpse of that so far by page 100 on what was awakened. I'm excited, let me just say. This wasn't as hard as I thought it would be to follow. I thought the world building would be too heavy to comprehend and maybe drag a little bit, but it had not. I'm very invested in the story. We also follow another character, Iad. She is loyal to Queen Saban. She kind of helps protect her, but secretly, because she I don't know, it kind of seems like she has like some powers, which it says it on the back that she has secret powers, so that's not a spoiler, I guess, but so far we haven't dabbled too much on that in the book so far. I have tabbed and annotated. The orange is for world building, the blue is for dragon info, and the peachy pink one is for all moments, whether that's friendship or romance. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this. I don't know why I was so intimidated by it. Probably the size, obviously, but as I said, the margins are huge. This could fit in a much smaller, like, indie fantasy book. But yeah, I will update you when I have read. Maybe at the 200 mark I'll update you, and we'll see where the story takes us from there. Okay, I am 150 pages in. That is 50 more pages since our last update, but I needed to talk to you because things have progressed. Things have happened. Many dragons have we seen and interacted with. Things are happening and the world building is progressing a lot. We're finding out why these characters are where they are, what their plans are, and what's going on in this world that's causing all of this ruckus to happen. Don't know how much I can say to make it not spoilery, but basically, there is a wyvern like creature that is being awoken, and once that awakes, this war with the East and the West is not going to matter because they are going to take over everything if they don't work together and use their good dragons to fight against these wyvern dragon like type creatures. So far, our characters that understand this are trying to get others on board. We'll see how that goes. But the dragon scenes that we have had were pretty cool. There was a moment where the dragon riders were training and they're just like in Fourth Wing, the dragons were surrounding them, watching them train. Basically, I'm assuming is to try and see who the dragon's gonna pick as their rider, just like in Fourth Wing. But yeah, so far that is what I've got. I'm loving this. I cannot believe that I have all this much to read still. Like, things are already happening. What more can happen in this amount of pages? Hey, I don't know. I guess we'll find out together. I will check back in whenever, hopefully, I get to the 200 page mark today. I don't know. If not, I will check back in with you in the morning. has been a few days since we've done an update because this book is long, okay? I didn't know if you wanted the same b-roll every day of me making coffee and reading and sitting and reading. But in other news, my Libby hold finally came in, so now I have it on Kindle and can read in bed and more comfortably because that break, let me tell you, was hurting my hands. Literally every 50 pages, intense things are happening. So I'm not getting sucked out of the story. I'm not slumping. I'm not getting bored with it. I am so intrigued. Everything to do with the dragons. Yes. All of the court politics, the secrets, and just, oh, it is so good. It's so good. It's worth it. That's all I can say. It's worth it. It's worth how thick it is. I am 50% of the way through, so let's see how many more days it takes me to finish this. One more thing I forgot to mention is that I teared up a little bit last night because there was a sad moment. Hello guys, thank you for making it to the end of the video. We have finally finished Priory of the Orange Tree. This big old brick is finally done. I give this book 5 stars because, oh my god, literally every 50 pages you're finding out something new that just packs a punch and just keeps you reading and keeps up the pacing very well because it's a long book, you know? You don't want something that's slow and that drags if it's going to be this long because it's not going to keep you in the story. But this did. We're following 4 POVs. We have Ead or Eid, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Sorry, I'm going to butcher all of these names. She is from the west, protecting the queen at court. Then we follow Tane, however you pronounce it. She is in the east and she is our main dragon rider of the book. We also follow Nicholas Roos. He is a doctor, but he is also the antagonist of this book. So I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But Samantha Shannon does know how to make you sympathize even with the villainous characters, so I guess he's okay. Then we also follow Arloth, which is a friend of the queen and Ead, but he is kind of sent on this grand journey twice in this book. He literally got back to court and had to go back out again. There's pirates in this world. There are so many random creatures. There's big eagles. It reminds me of Lord of the Rings with the great eagles. The premise of this book, the East and the West are enemies. And right now, they're going to have to put their differences aside because they have an even bigger enemy that's going to fuck up shit that's going to mess things up for both the East and the West, North, South, everywhere. Like, it does not matter whatever your petty squabbles are. The Nameless One, as they call it, is going to awaken and he's going to take over and destroy everything. So, you can either put your differences aside and work together, or we all die. It's just what it is. In this journey, we have artifacts of power that we must find. There's great journeys on the sea, a lot of traveling back and forth for all of the characters. Because you got to think about it, everyone is playing their part in this, and in the end, it all ties up so nicely. It's beautiful. This was such a good book. If you like court politics, dragons, multiple POVs, the sapphic romance in here, love that. I need more sapphic romances now in my fantasy. The world building was so rich, it was not convoluted in any way. You can definitely read this. It's not too difficult to follow. It's funny because I looked up what dragon this is supposed to be because I'm like, blue dragon? None of our like main dragons are even blue. And apparently the author said that this was a mix up and this was supposed to be black because this is one of the dragons that's like the villainous ones. There is no blue dragon like that in Priory of the Orange Tree, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please leave a dragon, orange, and tree emoji. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back hopefully with another reading vlog when I go into my next priority read for 2025.